Hi everyone, this is Deb Tim, a Canadian girl, and today I want to have a look at my 150-gallon Geophagus aquarium. It's looking so great and I love to share it with you, so please stay tuned. Once again, here we are at my 150-gallon Geophagus aquarium. This tank is a pleasure to care for and a pleasure to share with you. Now, I would like your opinion on the lighting. The light I have is a Fluval 2.0 that is 4 feet long, but I'm finding it's just not quite bright enough. Yet I do understand geos prefer an ambient light or nothing too bright. I have been wanting to make a DIY light, but alas, my attempt totally failed. I just made a mess of soldering and only got some parts to work. It's just not as easy as it looks when Fishman does it. The lights are on usually from 9 till 9, so a good 12-hour period. Do you think this light is adequate, or should I consider something a little brighter? When I look at this tank, compared to my African cichlid aquarium, it seems so quiet and empty. I've often considered adding a few more fish. Looking at the Altifrons, how large they are, and how they are still growing, this aquarium is probably perfect just as it is. With 8 Geophagus that can reach 10 inches, 4 clown loaches that can reach about the same, 5 angelfish, 4 rainbows, a couple plecos, a golden algae eater, and my giant Raphael catfish, I think this tank is probably at capacity. I hope my Geophagus will breed for me in time. They haven't been in this setup too long yet, but I do see some displays of dominance off and on. Of course, nothing like the cichlid aquarium. These guys are more civilized. They act like gentlemen. They don't bite or chase or lock lips. They simply nudge each other. I haven't changed the scape since I moved them into this tank. With the driftwood, I don't have too many options, but I'm quite happy with the way it is. I can always change the rocks if I really want to. I do have other rocks in the basement I can use to change things up a bit. I was even thinking of getting a couple terracotta pots, but that's only if I can find the ones that I picture in my head. Now, in my opinion, white sand is the perfect substrate for Geophagus, as they are such clean fish. When I do water changes, I honestly do not have to vacuum the sand. These earth eaters certainly live up to their names. Now, sometimes I am even concerned whether Raffy, my giant Raphael catfish, is getting enough food. I do run a polisher in here that picks up bits that might enter the water column, keeping the water crystal clear. Anubias are the only plants I have in here. I only dose them on water change day. I think they're doing quite well with that. They're slow growing, and I don't want this to turn into a jungle. I feed this tank a combination of pellets and spirulina as their basic diet. Then on occasion they get crisps and then supplemented foods such as homemade gel foods, shrimp, bloodworms, freeze-dried foods, and bug bites. They have quite a variety and certainly can't complain about their menu. I have found they are just not interested in veggies. I do toss them in from time to time, but none of the inhabitants are very interested, and I usually end up fishing them out by the next day. The clown loaches continue to be the comic relief of this tank. They eat very well and have really grown in the last little while. You really don't realize the size until you catch one and actually see them up close. The largest clown loach now is pushing 5 inches. I'm always amused when I see them all laying dead against the front glass. Truly comical. Because this aquarium is so easy to care for and maintain, I have absolutely no desire to change it in any way. I do have ideas floating around in my head, but there's only one tank I have that I'm willing to make drastic changes to. That's my 55-gallon where Rufus lives. I still have the 60-gallon long in the basement to play with, although I'm not sure hubby is up to building me another cabinet or having another tank running. It's time for me to turn on my pretty please eyes. So until next time, this is Deb Tim signing out. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you're getting ready for a wonderful Easter, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.